And now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show, The Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. I know that's not a thing anymore, but, I tried just saying The Melting Pat, and I felt weird. Felt like there was something missing. There was a part missing. So if you have something that you'd like me to say instead, since the Next Level Network really is not a thing anymore, if you got something you want me to say, I would like to hear it. Let me know. The best way, by the way, people asked about this, because I did the mailbag a couple weeks ago. The best way, the absolute best way to get in touch with me for the show is at themeltingpat.com. There's the first tab says contact, and you fill out that. You don't have to put in a name. You can just put a period or Jimmy from Mayfair and and send it that way. The reason that's the best way is because I get notified twice, because I made that form from a site called Jotform, and Jotform, and they have an app. I have their app on my phone, so I get notified via the app for submissions, and then via email. So if I miss one, I'll get the other for sure. So the contact form at themeltingpat.com is for sure absolutely the best way to get in touch with me for the show. All right? Thanks for all your questions and comments and answers and whatnot. I'll always take more. I will always take more questions. If you want some advice, you want me to, referee a decision of yours. Someone did ask me that a little while ago, since they liked my Am I the things from Reddit, and they said, would you ever kind of mediate on the show a real life thing, or if I give you a scenario, would you do that? And absolutely, that sounds like fun. So let me know. All right. First coin of the day. There we go. I almost didn't say it, but I thought, the music's probably over. And if it wasn't, then it'll be funny with a coin with the music anyway. So there we go. All right. Today on the show, we'll talk my birthday, things that we did. We'll talk about some random things that we missed. Well, actually just one, and then I'll throw it to you to give me some more. We're going to get to the diner order probably next week. I don't know. Like I said, this week, actually, no. Next week might be crazy too. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, I will throw to you a question for the future. If you want to throw in some answers, that'd be great. We'll talk about some other things, congratulatory things, a quick thing about the sports, because a final and the finals have ended. So we'll throw some praise to some fan bases and some teams. And then the last thing we'll do today is there was a Deadline Hollywood article about how Paul McCartney said they're going to use AI to get John Lennon's vocals to make one final Beatles record. So we will talk about that at the end of the show. I think there's one more thing we're going to squeeze in. I don't know. I wrote it down. Anyway, that's what's coming up for the show today. Hope you're doing well. I'm exhausted. Not going to lie to you. A little tired. We didn't do the stream on my birthday because it was weird. I'll explain in a minute. But that's what's coming up for today. It's raining right now, or it was. And so, that's what's going on. So I hope that I don't get any H2O under the basement. It's not raining that hard. Like, I don't hear it. And the thing is, where I'm sitting, I would hear it both at the back door and then at the front. I'm in the basement of my house, and I would hear it at the front where the basement window is. And the first couple times it rained, it sounded like the water was coming in, and I freaked out. But it's not. It's just the way where the sidewalk is relative to where I'm sitting, and it just sounds really weird. But I don't hear anything, so I think we're okay. No real major noises to report on. I'll let you know if that changes, and we'll go from there. All right? All right, great. Everybody having a great day? You trying? You doing your best? Let me know. If you need any help, need somebody to scream at, cry at, somebody to listen to what's going on, my ears are open. My DMs are probably open, and let me know, okay? I'm here to help. I am here to help you, all right? Speaking of helping you, I'm going to get on with the show here, and we're going to take a break because you get to hear a song. It's very exciting. Now, I have held off. When I had Trey Miller on the show from Sharia Moore several months ago, I mentioned that his band and Shallow Pools were at the top of the list of my bands I need to play, and I was holding off because I wanted to get Shallow Pools on the show. But I don't know when that's going to happen. I would love it to happen at some point, but everybody's busy. It happened. Everybody's got things to do. So I feel like I've been missing out on playing their songs on the show. So I'm going to play their latest, and maybe by the time they are able to come on the show, we can work out the scheduling and whatnot. They will have a new song. If not, then we'll pick one, and we'll have a good time either way. But they have a new song out. It is called IHYK. I hope you know. Now, did I mention this, by the way? Our friends have signed to Equal Vision Records, so congratulations. I don't know if that happened before or that happened since the last time I played them or before, but there you go. Congratulations to our friends, hitting it big, going places, and I don't know, don't forget about me when you're there. They're great, and they're my son's favorite band because all their music videos are great, and Arthur loves them, which is fantastic. So yeah, if I get them on the show, I'll have to bring them down, right? So he can see them. Not that who knows if they care, but so he could see them. Anyway, shallowpools.com. That's where you go to find more from them. Our dear friends of the show. They are later. I was going to say something else, but anyway, their latest song, IHYK. I hope you know. The song is so great. It's the Melting Pat. We're coming right back.
If I feel myself fading, I know you'll be there waiting. When I retreat inside, you always ease my mind and erase the empty space. I see you in the light, I'm looking for your eyes. In the dark, it's my escape. Bright lights and cold nights out on my own. Long roads and lost souls, I'm losing hope. It doesn't matter how far I go. I overanalyze the mess inside my mind, and my thoughts are way too loud. My head's a cloudy place, and I get lost in space, but you keep me on the ground. 'Cause when I hear your voice, it drowns out all the noise, and I'm where I wanna be. I'm changing with the tides, but always by your side, and I hope you think of me. Daydream you with me, never alone. Moonlight to sunrise, you feel like home. It doesn't matter how far I go. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. If I feel myself fading, I know you'll be there waiting. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know. No one comes close to you. I hope you know.
And there you have it, our dear friends, Shallow Pools, with their latest. I hope you know. IHYK. That's the official thing. But yeah, you get it. Shallowpools.com for more. From them, it's the Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. Thank you very much, my friends. I love that song. Come back on the show. Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. We tried to add a little bit of both of the things in there. What I had a plan for this if I had more time. I was going to do the bass part, the dun, 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 and then go up top, do it like separately, do up top like dun, 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 dun. I was going to do that, but I don't have time to do both of those, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe if I don't know. Maybe if I find some time on Friday, I'll see if I can do it. But anyway, nobody cares. No one listened to this part. They skipped ahead. They heard the song and then they skipped ahead to the next part. Shallowpools.com for more from them. Oh, come back on the show, my friends. See that now I could do it with that. No, that'd be weird. I'm not doing a mouth riff with the other people staring at me. That's awkward as hell. But come back on the show. A lot's happened to all of us since they've last been on the show. I haven't talked to Haley yet. That'd be fun, right? No? All right. Anyway, there you go. Go get the song where you get your stuff. The music video, which of course my son loves, will be in the show notes, and that is that for the part of the show, the musical part of the show. It's good. We did it. Somehow we figured out a way to get through that. All right. Anyway. All right. Yes, there we go. All right, we got things to do today, friends and foes alike. If any of my foes listen to this program, thanks for wasting your time on me. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll do the birthday stuff and then random things we missed. But first, there's not another thing. I just have to take a break, and there's no other way to tell you. So, I mean, it'll be no time will really pass for you, but for me, it might be like 20 minutes. So we're going to do that. You're going to hear a sound, and then we'll do the birthday stuff and then other things. All right? I'll be right back. All right, we're back. There we go. We're good, right? Yes, perfect. Well, nothing's ever perfect around here, but we are we are back to the show. But anyway, let's talk birthday. Huh, Pat? How was your birthday? You talk about your birthday? Birthday. People love birthdays. I do like my birthday. I'm not like, I don't, like if I'm at a restaurant, which we actually went to a restaurant on my birthday, I don't tell them it's my birthday. I don't want any like fanfare. I don't want anybody to have to come over and sing or whatever. Like, you know, some restaurants, they have everybody come over and sing happy birthday and clap and stuff. I don't want none of that. I want none of that. If I'm like, hey, it's my birthday today, great. Oh, happy birthday, it's awesome. And then, you know, we move on, right? I don't hate my birthday, but I'm not like, oh, it's my birthday week or whatever. That's because I'm a 35-year-old man. Yeah, you gotta, if you're still doing like it's your birthday week or birthday month, Christ. Tim and I talked about that when he was on the show a couple years ago. How adults do this, and they're like, it's my birthday week. Like, no, you have your birthday, and then that's it. Like, you take off from work if you can, and then you have cake and ice cream, and you get a dinner or whatever, and that's it. Then you move on with your life because you're an adult and you have things to do. So anyway, we had a good day. So we went up to our old stomping grounds. Well, yeah, Jill lived there also, but I grew up there. We went up to our the old stomping grounds. They were doing a Sunday stroll down their main street, vendors and food trucks and all kinds of stuff. So Jill found that out. She's like, hey, do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, sounds pretty good. Get some food, go see Mom, see if anybody's around. We could say hi. And it was great. It was really good. We went up and we had a good time. It was funny though. We couldn't take 95 because that morning a truck, I don't know if you heard about this, a truck had caught fire underneath I-95, and a part of 95 collapsed from the heat from the truck that was on fire under the road. A portion of the road, like literally, I'll put a picture in the show notes. It literally collapsed, and so like you can't, like it's not just like, oh, there was an accident, there moves up. No, a part of the road is gone, and it's probably not going to be fixed for like 8 years or whatever. So good luck if you're going on 95 between Academy and Aramingo, I guess. That means nothing if you don't live around here. But anyway, good luck. I'll share a picture of it from the news story in the show notes so you can see what I'm talking about. So we had to go a different way, and we passed through our old neighborhood and where our apartment was, and that was neat. And they have these weird statues. Jill told me about this, or like she looked it up when we got home because these weird lifelike statues would be like one of them's like a guy reaching out his hand like trying to catch the bus or whatever, and like people pointing. It's really weird statues, and they're really distracting. And along a very busy street, by the way. And so that was interesting going up there. But we get up there, I got a burger. Then Mom's like, hey, I don't want to go do the thing, but let's go to the diner after. We're like, okay, great. The kid got to run around by the river. He loves that. He had a good time. We went to the diner, got myself a turkey club, in case you wanted to know, because I wasn't that hungry. And and then I got home, and we were going to stream. I was going to stream Tony Hawk, because that was the plan. But for two reasons, I did not. Number one, it was kind of later than I thought, and I was tired. We didn't think we were going to be out that late, and I was kind of tired when we got home. We were all kind of wiped out. And then Doug was streaming, ABT Silence, good friend of the show, good friend of us. He was streaming, so I was like, well, there's my audience. So they're all in his stream. So I decided we'll push it back. We'll try to do it tonight. So keep an eye on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, and follow me on twitch.tv/themeltingpat, and you'll know when I go live. Hopefully I'll be able to do it tonight. I'm going to try. Saturday, that is. So it was good. Then I realized I didn't have ice cream. Like, I had other treats. We got water ice from the place where we got burgers. I got root beer flavored water ice, which is actually really good. You think like, oh man, that's weird. It's really good. So enjoyed that. And I got myself ice cream cake and Yoo-Hoo. And because whenever I order GoPuff, we get Yoo-Hoo and a Lunchable, and I got ice cream cake. And I was going to get like a pint of ice cream for each of us, but it was cheaper to buy a small ice cream cake than to buy 2 pints of ice cream. And I was like, well, okay, that sounds great. So we got ice cream cake, and we all enjoyed it. It was really good. It's so good. I don't know how they do it. How do they make ice cream cake so goddamn good? How do they do it? How do they put those things together in such a way that it retains its shape, and it tastes so delicious? I love it. I love ice cream cake. Fantastic. All right, so yeah, it was solid. It was a solid day. And I thought about this also. This is connected to the birthday thing. It'll be a different timestamp, but it's connected because it was on the way home. So we're going home, and again, we can't take 95. And then so we go down, we take a different way, and we go by a movie theater where we used to go, because with our apartment, what we would do is we would get on the bus, go to the end of the line, northbound, and then either wait for the bus there to go to the movies or just walk. It's like a mile away, the movie theater from the bus terminal, right? So we would get off the bus, or I would if I'm going by myself. We would get off the bus and just go and walk to the movies. And unlike when I was in high school, because I would wait at the same bus depot when I was in high school for another bus to go home. And I did walk that way one time to wait for the bus somewhere, because something happened with the bus or whatever. So I walked up further to wait for it, or just to kill time, because I was like, well, I have like 40 minutes. I might as well, I walked along part of the bus route to wait for the bus, and then it showed up, and it was fine. So when I did that in high school, there were no sidewalks, and now there are. Or like as of 8-9 years ago when I was doing this, walking to the movies, there were sidewalks, and so it was a lot safer, which was good. I hate to think why they finally put sidewalks in, why they finally decided to do it. I think we can all put that together, why that happened. But I was just thinking about it and reminiscing about. It's just a random little thing that I used to do. Not all the time. I did it every so often. Walk from the bus to the movies and then walk back. Just a nice 20-minute walk, just me or the two of us. And I just missed it. It was just a little thing that I don't know. Like, we would go early. We'd go in the morning, and so either it'd be a Saturday or it'd be a weekday where we were working retail, so we both would have had off. And it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Everybody is already at work, mostly. And so nothing's really happening. So it was just us, maybe a couple people milling about here and there. But it was just us. We get off the bus and just take the walk to the movie theater. And it was great. It was just a little random thing that I thought of. I think about it every so often, about just like a cool, and like we can't do it anymore because now like where we're situated at the moment, house-wise, that's a weird thing to say. Where we live now, it'd be really out of the way to go that way, to take that same route to go to the movies. And so I don't think we'll be able to do it again, but it's just a random, just a little thing that I miss doing. And, you think about this all the time where you have, oh, this place when I was a kid was great, or this thing that I did when I was a kid, or, this event we had was awesome. And it's just a random little thing that I really enjoyed doing, and I missed it when we went by. And so I'd like to know, I want to hear from you. Random little memories and moments from your life that you miss, that you wish you could do again. A place you used to go that maybe isn't there or you just can't get to right now, or, the way you got there kind of brought up some memories for you, just the things you would pass by, or just like you had some time to yourself to just walk and just chill out and relax. There was like a town event that you went to every year, but now you've moved away. Something like that. Like a random thing that you used to do years ago that you just miss. And I want to kind of take us all down a memory lane together, or our different memory lanes together. So let me know random things that you miss that you used to do. I want to know, is that vague enough? Is that too vague, or am I using enough descriptive words to help you out here? Let me know. If I need to clarify, let me know. But random things that you used to do, places you went, events that you got to see, even just how you got there, the route you took to go somewhere, if it brings up some memories for you. So let me know. All right, let me know about that. So that's all connected with the birthday thing, but I kind of took a little offshoot because I had a nice little memory on the way home. All right, so there you go. This one has what we're doing next, rather. Sorry, I thought I was getting an important email again. Actually, I just did. Heard it in my headphones. So this next thing has nothing to do with anything. So, nothing to do with what we just talked about. So what we're going to do then instead is we'll take a break. You'll hear a sound, and then I'll be back to talk about why kids need message boards online and why they shouldn't be thrust into the big wide world of Twitter and Reddit to be dunked on for their dumb teenage opinions. So we'll talk about that right after this. All right, let's talk about this real quick. I've seen this too many times on Twitter lately because, I'm a big fan of Twitter because it's the last one that you don't need to make videos to get seen. I'm a fan of text and audio, although Twitter, step it up. Let us add audio on tweets, okay? Can we do that, please? Come on, Elon. Come on the show. No, don't. That's not a good idea. And so I see this on Twitter, like all these hot takes of these people. It's usually the dumbass people who have blue checks now, because we've talked about this. Now you have to pay to be verified, and so it's all those idiots who pay $8 to get their tweets boosted and all that. And so it's all these idiots who are, like 45 years old, who are like, oh, this person's a moron. They don't know what they're talking about. And then you look into it like, oh, well, that person has like a dumb or like an ill-informed opinion because they're 17, right? Because they're 17 or 18 or whatever, and they just don't know. They're just ignorant of whatever they're talking about because they, at the risk of sounding like a curmudgeon, even though that's one of my favorite pastimes, they don't know. They haven't lived it yet. They haven't figured out. You have to go through things to know about them, right? You got to experience stuff to know about stuff, right? So it's a lot of what happens is when you have these hot takes go viral, I guess, whatever that means anymore, is these morons don't realize, these blue check idiots don't realize, or maybe they do and they don't care. They just want to feel better about themselves because they're getting Twitter points or whatever. And they're talking to teenagers because everybody's in the same place. When I was a kid, when I was, on the internet in the early 2000s, early aughts sounds really weird, so I'm not going to say that, even though I just did, just for reference. Twitter did exist, kind of. And Facebook, wait, when did Twitter start? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm that old, everybody. But I was on message boards. I'm still on a couple, but I was on message boards, and so it's kind of a closer knit, like a tight community, instead of you're dumping your thoughts into the universe where literally anyone can read them, right? So it was a little different where if you said something dumb when you were 19 or 20, right, you got made fun of, but you got made fun of by like 7 people and not thousands or millions, right? So you had that little kind of insulation where you can get out your dumb opinions and cut your teeth in more of a close-knit, smaller place. So you can go, oh, right, these people have been through things, or these people have seen this issue that I'm talking about for the first time, and I don't know enough about, but I have this opinion that now I can learn is incorrect before I go somewhere else and realize that, hey, this was wrong, and instead I should look at it like this. It's like when people complain when kids come home from college for the first time and they're like, oh, they're putting all those ideas in your head. Bah. Like, no, it's because the ideas that you had as the parent or the uncle or whoever in your small town you had your ideas and they went out somewhere else and learned other ideas. And coming back and to this small knit place is like, oh, I had to learn this first, learn the wrong way, and then figure out what the real way is, what the right way is. This sounds mean, but the idea that everybody just jumps in, with both feet, as they say, they jump in right away and say, okay, here are my opinions, Twitter, all of you, and potentially thousands upon millions can see that at any given time. Not my tweets. Nobody reads my tweets, but it's probably a good thing. But we don't have this place anymore. Just like in the real world, where all these places for kids to go and just hang out and be teenagers and have fun without spending a bunch of money, those places are mostly gone. It's the same thing on the internet where, yeah, Reddit exists, and that's kind of, although Reddit is kind of a larger scale message board environment where, like, yes, you can have dumb opinions, but more people are going to see it on Reddit and be able to ridicule you and call you a dumb moron and make you want to leave forever than if you join a message board for something else. At least in my limited experience with Reddit, right? And so it's almost the same where you have all these opinions that whether you know about things or not, or whether you think you do. And these young people are like, hey, I know about this for the first time because I read it in a book somewhere. And then, well, yeah, but then there's the other side. And what a lot of people don't think about is, hey, some of these people we may be making fun of here might be like 17 years old. And like there might be half my age. Right. And so you kind of have to realize, hey, wait a minute, let's cool it, because there's nowhere else for them to go. Message boards are by and large dead. Not all of them. There are some. Like I said, I'm still on a couple. But the idea that you have to get online, because you got to be on, you can't not be online. I mean, you could, but if you're going to be in these communities, right, it's like there's no minor leagues, right? You go right up from high school or college or whatever to the show, from high school to the show. And you realize, hey, I was good in high school because I was, I was hitting, we were doing well. And then you come up against the major leaguers, the veterans. And they're, no, kid. No, it doesn't work that way anymore. And it's the same thing where you're overwhelmed and overmatched because you didn't have any place to form your opinions and realize, hey, this thing I've thought for so long is actually incorrect. Or this idea that I have is not actually a good position to take on whatever the issue is. And I didn't know that, and now I'm being told on a large scale that I'm an idiot, and now I feel bad about myself. So what I think, it can't be good for a kid's psyche, like a 19-year-old kid, to go viral and to get dunked on by some moron, some 45-year-old loser, crypto bro, who paid $8 to Twitter to say, oh, this kid's an idiot, because they just don't know what they're talking about. And not knowing, I said this in my newsletter maybe 2 months ago, not knowing things is okay. The way you learn is asking questions. And the idea that you have to go right from whatever you were doing right to Twitter to millions of people who are all living together but are all somehow living a different reality, some of them. And you have to ask all these questions, and we're not allowed to know anything. At least if you start on a closer knit community, there are people who are going to understand, hey, you don't know what you don't know. And these morons who buy the blue checks for Twitter, they don't understand that. They've lost the capacity to understand. This has turned into making fun of blue checks on Twitter. But the point is we have to bring back message boards or some kind of online place where we can go, where younger people can go who don't really know things about stuff, right? And so you don't want them to jump in to the big news discussion on a wide scale. You want it to start smaller and go, oh, okay, that's what this means. And then you can go and fire off your tweet and hope it's a hit and hope you get, a bunch of followers and make some friends along the way. Or whatever you want to do with your viral tweets. I don't know. But the idea that you can't get your dumbass opinions out in a close-knit community anymore is disappointing because now you're having all these teenagers interact with 45-year-old weirdos, and it's just a mess for everybody. So what I think we need to do is bring back some message boards, some V-bulletin forums, some forums. Bring those back. Start there. Call that the minor leagues, and then graduate. Then get promoted to the real world when you deal with all the weirdos, and now you have more ammunition to handle their nonsense. Because you have to learn how to deal with people online, trolls and real people alike. You have to learn how to do that first, And then, you don't want to overreact to somebody on Twitter. That's dumb. And so you want to get all that out of your system on a message board or forum somewhere. And then you can go and know how to handle all these negative interactions that you're sure to get. So yeah, the whole point of that was, number one, the people who paid for blue checks, most of them are stupid and just take pleasure in dunking on kids on Twitter for some reason. And I think to solve this problem, we need message boards again. We need forums to make a comeback. More closer, I guess Discord is kind of that, but you have to be invited to Discord, right? To somebody's Discord server, right? Like, you could just sign up for a forum, for a message board, but you have to be invited to a Discord specifically, right? I have a Discord. I don't really know how it works. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about it, but it's similar, right? It's a similar, like-minded people in a community who are gonna try to help you out. That's not Twitter. That's what a Discord or a forum or something like that. So we need to bring those back first, or have those start there, and then make your way to the wide ocean of mess that is Twitter. That's what you got to do. All right, there you go. Oh boy, I think we did okay, right? We made it through that, right? All right, we'll do a quick sports thing, and then we'll do a music note, and then we'll go. Okay, but should we take a timeout? Yeah, let's break this up, and then we'll finish up in a second. All right, sit tight. Alrighty, there we go. We are back. Day 2. See, I told you yesterday, no time will pass for you. It'll be, a second and you hear the pooper or something else. But I figured this was going to happen. That I was going to get so caught up with a bunch of work stuff that I was going to have to split it up. So we're good. So what we're going to do, where did we leave off? I should know this. I already edited the rest of the show as I'm doing this part. So, oh, damn it. Hold on. Work thing. Right back. I think next month I'm going to be in a different role for a little while, taking over for somebody else. And so I feel like my days will be a little less hectic, because right now, like I said, this work stuff, it's like I take things as they come in and it's really annoying. But I think next month, or the next, 3-4 weeks or so, I will be back to my regular thing. And so I'll have a bit more structure, and I should be able to handle all my business. So there we go. Sorry, I know I keep interrupting the show and all that, but I think we're going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Okay. There we go. Real quick. I'm not going to dive too deeply into the sports stuff because I'll be honest with you, I didn't get to watch much of it, but congratulations to both the Denver Nuggets and the Las Vegas Golden Knights for winning their first titles in franchise history. The Nuggets in the NBA, in their first in their 46 or 47 year history in the NBA, and the Golden Knights 6 arduous years in the NHL. So congratulations, winning the NBA championship, the Nuggets, and the Stanley Cup, the Vegas Golden Knights. Good for you. Good for everybody over there. Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of any of it. I just, things got away from me, and we were catching up and doing other things, so a little bummed out. It wasn't because, the whole thing about Denver, Miami, and the NBA was like, oh man, nobody wants to watch that stuff. But I did want to watch it. I did want to see it. I just didn't have time. And then I didn't have time to watch any of the hockey because, I've watched a lot of Phillies and watching other stuff as well. So just trying to keep up with all the things and the boy and the misses and all that, just trying to keep all my stuff in a row. Sometimes things get away from you. And in this case, for me, it was both the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final. But congratulations to both teams. I like when teams win their first titles ever. I think that's really cool. So good for you, Nuggets. Good for you, Golden Knights. Do the thing. And I was going to say go A's, but I'm really bummed out about the A's potentially moving to Las Vegas. We've talked about it. Maybe we'll update you as we get some more concrete information, pun intended. Yeah, pun intended on that one. And we'll let you know there. But congratulations to the Denver Nuggets and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Good for you. All right, like I said, not diving too far into that one. So people who hate sports, you don't have to worry. We're done with that. Hold on. I was leaning back in my chair and I nearly fell over. You'd think I'd learned my lesson from the last time I almost fell over in this damn chair. Maybe I need a new chair or just be less stupid. So either way, I don't know. Someone send me $500 to give me a new chair. Does that sound good? I need some neck support. I feel like that's the one thing. I got this chair, 3-4 years ago from Office Max for like $60. And it's fine, but there's no neck support, and I feel like that's what I need. So somebody want to send me, $300, $400, $500 for a new chair, and also come put it together because I am the worst at putting things together. That would be great if you could do that. Come on over and you can come on the show. All right, if you help me, if you finance my chair and put it together for me, I will let you come on the show, and maybe we can do a Twitch stream together somehow, or something like that. So let's make that happen. We're going to have a lot of fun, right? Well, I will have fun because I'll eventually get to sit in the chair that you build, and you'll have fun doing, I don't know, labor for me. All right, anyway, there we go. So there's the sports. There's that part of it. We are good. One more thing for you today. I saw this on, I guess, Twitter or Instagram. It's from Deadline Hollywood, and I will put a link to the full piece in the show notes. Paul McCartney said in an interview that John Lennon's vocals will be isolated via AI. I think he said extrapolated or extricated was the word that he used. But they're going to take out John Lennon's vocals via AI to make one final Beatles record. And everyone saw that. They saw Paul McCartney says they're going to use AI, John Lennon, vocals, new Beatles. And people, of course, they read like the headline or the little snippet, didn't read the article because that's how it goes. Nobody reads the article because who has the time or whatever, right? Well, I did, and that's why I read it and shared it with you. And not that I don't love to jump on something about just from a dumb headline, but in this case, I was actually interested in how this was going to work and what exactly was the plan. So what's going to happen is that there is a demo. I guess they had the piece I said they had 3 or 4 unused demos from his collection. I guess Yoko had them somewhere, I guess, and finally agreed to release them. There were 3 or 4, and they released 2 songs, I think. And then the third one, I guess they didn't put it out, and then they found this one, or they had this one, and now they're working on it. So it's a demo of John singing and playing piano, and what they're going to do is record the rest of the song, I guess, around him, and go in and use fancy technology, AI, and isolate and remove his vocals from the track. Because I guess, from what I read, it's just him on one track, because, back in the day or even today, if you record to, and I know this because I have recorded demos on cassette. So if you record to cassette, which I think is where this comes from. So you record to a cassette and you just, I just sat there and I played my guitar and sang. So if I wanted to, I guess I could pull out those vocals and I could tell the program, the software, the whatever, I could say, hey, the robot, if you're, because people think AI is scary. I could say, hey, these are the vocals. Pull this out. This is the guitar. Pull this part out. And that's what they're doing with this track they have of John Lennon singing and playing piano. They're going to go, okay, here's the piano. Keep that over here. And here are John's vocals. Keep that over here. And so they're going to use the vocals from John Lennon, actual John Lennon vocals, and record the rest of the song, from what I understand. Record the rest of the song around that, and I guess fill in their vocals and all those things. So we will have at least one more actual Beatles song featuring John Lennon doing some singing. And I'm not a huge Beatles fan. I like the Beatles. I do like them. I'm not going to say, oh, Beatles, bleh. Obviously I would. If that was my thought about the Beatles, I would not be telling this story. But I know my mom loves the Beatles. And Mom, I want to know, whenever you listen to this, whenever you get hungry, I guess, and decide you have to listen to my show for some food inspiration, let me know. Beatles fans, let me know if you think this is cool or if you think this is disrespectful in some way. Because that's the thing too, right? Using AI. But again, it's not really they're not creating new John Lennon material from his old stuff. They're not making a weird hologram of John Lennon to perform and using his words and kind of making a weird robotic thing or whatever. They're taking his actual vocals that he sang on this demo, on this track. They're using his actual voice. And I'm guessing that Yoko and whoever runs his estate, his kids, I guess, they had to agree to this, right? It's not. I remember when Linkin Park a couple years ago, they were releasing Hybrid Theory, a bunch of demos from the Hybrid Theory record, and I think this year they released the Meteora, like Anniversary Edition. And so you got a bunch of older demos and older songs. And, Chester Bennington passed away. So it wasn't as simple. Like Mike Shinoda explained this on a Twitch stream. Like, it's not as simple as, oh, we have these files, we can just release them. Because they're owned by other, like the rights to those songs are owned by the estates of the people who are no longer here. And so you can't just say, like Paul McCartney can't just dig in his box and find the success. Oh, we got John singing and all that. They can't just release that because it's not there. It's officially, like, legally not theirs, right? Because it's estates and ownership and rights and all this stuff. So the fact that this is happening is amazing. First of all, that they're able to, that they found this and that they're able to use it. They got through all the hurdles and hoops and whatnot to make it happen, and that now the technology exists where you can go in and say, hey, here are John Lennon's vocals. Let's pull them out of this track and let's put this on its own, and then we'll record the rest of us. Paul and Ringo will go and say, hey, we're going to record this, like this song around John singing, which is already here. And so you're going to get as full as you can at this point in 2023, a full Beatles song or record, whatever you want to call it. Are the other ones actually, have they been, because I read in the piece, the Deadline piece, which is again in the show notes, I read that there were 3 other tracks where they were doing this. And I missed the part if they released them already or if they're coming out as like a set, like an EP, I guess, of all these unreleased, formerly unreleased versions of songs with John Lennon actually singing. So I don't know. I should read the piece again. But really what they're doing is they're using his actual vocals to make a new song, like another Beatles song with the rest of the musicians who are around. So they're not creating, John Lennon vocals from software or anything. They're using software, using AI, technology to bring us actual John Lennon vocals in a different song, in a new song that we haven't heard yet. So I think that's awesome. A lot of people think that AI is scary, and it's a scary word. And sure, it can be a little daunting, but I think in this case, this is really cool. I think this is it's great that now we have this. First of all, that they have this demo, that it was found, and they can use it, and they've taken all the steps to make sure it can be released. And now that the technology is available to get it out to us in a way where it's not, oh, we made this using software. Like, no, we actually have John Lennon real vocals, and we're using them in a song that we're making, or that already existed, and now we're putting it out in full. And I think that's really cool. So good job, technology, finally getting a win out there. No, it's just cool, man. Like, if you have old stuff and the people aren't there, but you still want to be able to say, hey, listen, this was the thing that he wrote, and here's for all of his fans who wondered, hey, I wonder if he's got any other demos, because musicians record stuff that doesn't get released all the time. And for years, this was essentially lost, because you're not going to release like a weird demo, but if you can extrapolate the vocal track from that, which now they can do that, a savvy producer can do that, and now we get an actual John Lennon sung, or John Lennon, harmonized or whatever, Beatles song. So did I write down the name of the song so we know to look for it? No, of course not. I'm an idiot. Damn it. All right. I was focused on the whole nobody read the article and we're freaking out about AI John Lennon, thinking it was going to be some weird robotic kind of version, but actually it's real John Lennon vocals in a song that's already written, and they're just, I guess, creating around him, or re-recording parts around him and making it happen. So looking forward to that. I will let you know when that comes out, and we will do our best to, can we play? I wonder if we can play a clip of it. We've done that before, and no one has come at me with a C&D or anything like that. So we'll see. We shall see when it comes out. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know. And knowing me, it'll be out for like a month or two by the time I realize that I was supposed to put that in the show. So we will see what we do from there. And I hope whoever is running his estate, or whoever would be eligible or not eligible, but whoever is receiving royalties from John Lennon things, I hope they get all those payments, that all those fees and whatnot that they are entitled to, from using his stuff. So yeah, that's the other thing. Pay artists, everybody. Pay them for the things that you use with their likenesses in them. Is that good? Great. All right. That's it. That's it. We're going to wrap the show, but I got to double check something first. So, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yes!
Alrighty, there you go. There we have it. We did it. We made it. I didn't know how far I was going to get into that Beatles AI thing, but turns out about 14 minutes or so. So there you go. Well, no. Part of that was the sports thing at the beginning. So it's probably about 10 minutes. Anyway, you're already here. It's not like you're going to tune out because I've been, oh, sorry, I can only listen to podcasts for 30 minutes a day. Well, maybe you can. But anyway, yes, that is a constant anxious fear of mine that you will look at look at the time of the episode and go, that's too long, and not listen. I don't know why. I guess, I mean, hey, I got plenty of listeners for an hour every week, so this will be less than that, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's all. There's a peek into my brain that you didn't ask to see, but we're going to go. My thanks to Shallow Pools for the song. I hope you know. IHYK. I forgot the letters, so I just said it. But IHYK is their latest. Shallowpools.com for more from them. Anybody else we have to thank? I don't know. Go Phillies. That's what I'll say there. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. If you listen on Sunday or whatever, whatever you got going on, enjoy yourself. And I don't know, all the dad gift commercials are like, hey, it's grilling stuff and I don't own a grill, or it's golf clubs and I don't give a about golf, honestly. And it's all things. Just let me watch the Phillies and give me some ice cream or something. I don't know. I'm a very simple man. But whatever you got going on for Father's Day, good luck. Have fun. Don't hurt yourself. And remember, you're not 22 anymore. Just keep that in mind. Whatever you got going on, whether you're playing a sport or going to the bar, you're no longer 22 years old. There's my advice. All right. Christ. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Man, have a great day. Have a good week, everybody. I'll talk to you next time. G11 Special Sauce. With cold beverage, they're going to play us out as they always do. Philadelphonic.com for more from them. And that is all. This has been an 8 Boylan production. So until next time, my friends, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wear your mask, wash your hands, get vaccinated and boosted when you can. And of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. We're good, right? Yes, thank you so much for listening. I love you. Go have fun. Okay? All right. Talk to you when I talk to you. Just be well till then. All right? Perfect. We're good. We're going to go. I love you. Bye. You've been inside the Melting Pat on the Next Level Network. It just sounds better that way. Go crap open a cold one.